In the world of fine watchmaking, watches made from ceramic cases typically hold a special place and are celebrated amongst collectors and watch enthusiasts in general. And rightfully so, because it is one of those materials that you can wear without having to worry about scratching or marking your watches while enjoying them on your wrist, day in, day out. If you might remember, when Rolex also did ceramic bezels in their watches, they were considered a significant upgrade due to the rugged and sturdy form of ceramic bezel, making it almost impossible to put hairlines or scratches on them from your cuffs or minor rubs. Tudor may arguably be a step ahead, as they are making here a full watch case made of ceramic, as opposed to Rolex, who are so far only making the bezel inserts made of ceramic. And I very much doubt that Rolex are doing a ceramic case in watches in a foreseeable future. This particular model, as in this video, is also a new release by Tudor and launched very recently in July 2024 in collaboration with Visa Cash App Racing Bull's Formula One team. And you might have already spotted this Tudor black base ceramic with a spectacular blue dial on the wrists of their drivers behind the wheels. What's even more interesting is the shade of blue here, which is not just flashy and bright blue, but it is a Visa Cash App blue. Previously, this same watch was released about 3 years ago in the same ceramic bezel insert and case, and with also a black dial by Tudor. The blue here is beautiful, truly gorgeous and flashy bright blue. And while it is primarily the color that matches the Visa Cash App livery, Tudor have previously done such Smurf blue as in Pelagus. And while it is unique and special, this is also consistent with how Tudor make their watches with a splash of color in a beautiful way. The Tudor black base ceramic in blue dial offers a similar experience from the brand, where you have the signature and iconic looks of black bay without any date window. So you get an unobstructed and symmetrical dial in a beautiful blue color that further has a matte finished texture with white text, black ceramic case in brushed finish with beautiful polished finish at the edges of the case. Then there's a ceramic insert with radial brush treatment at the bezel to complete the looks. This is further complemented by hybrid leather and rubber strap in black with blue stitching to match the dial and a deployant clasp in PVD coated steel. Speaking of the size of the watch, measured at the outer extremity of the bezel, it is true 41 mils and returns a reading of 41.1 mils on my caliber. If you measure the size of the dial by measuring the size of the crystal on top, it is 31.6 mils. Speaking of the thickness of the case, it is 14.5 mils. But since the watch has a beautiful, characteristic domed crystal, which itself is about 2 to 3 mils, it doesn't actually look thick or bulky. Measuring the thickness of the case without the crystal included, it is only 11.2 mils. Hence the reason why it doesn't actually look thick at all. In terms of wearability, the watch lug to lug is 49.7 mils, so it is a relatively tall watch and you would need a wristband of at least 50 mils to pull it off. The strap width at the case is 22 mils, so the watch is overall very balanced, where a larger cased watch has a relatively wider strap. Being made of ceramic, it is a lighter watch and weighs at only 108 grams with the strap and buckle included. Turning the watch upside down, we have a beautiful exhibition case back with some very interesting characters on display. And I will like to mention that typically any stainless steel black bay as of now doesn't come with an open case back like this. So for Tudor to simply open it up to enhance the experience is indeed something special. The movement maintains the architecture of black bay watches but adds a more sophisticated and desired master chronometer certification, which means it guarantees precision and anti-magnetic properties. What's interesting here is that the movement retains the matte black theme of the watch and offers a very interesting display as opposed to how we typically see silver and golden hints on the display case back. Originally considered to be a cheaper alternative to your pathway to achieving a Rolex, Tudor has produced some very interesting watches, especially ever since the release of Black Bay range. then they've offered some watches with experience, looks and materials that are simply not possible in the world of Rolex, and they've pushed the brand to a space where it is arguably no longer a cheaper alternative to Rolex. Rather, it may be the only one with watches that can be had for that price point. For example, if you wanted a black ceramic diving watch with a stunning bright blue Smurf dial and a rotating ceramic bezel on a cool NATO or rubber strap, which is then also COSC certified and offers some of the finest attributes of fine watchmaking. Tell me, what are you looking at without the Tudor black with ceramic blue inside?